Porbandar, the city which is the birthplace of father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi and Sudamaji. The Ramba Graduate Teachers College was built by His Highness of Porbandar, Maharana Shri Natvarsinhji of Jethwa Dynasty in 1902. In 1955, he gifted the entire building for educational purpose when a teacher asked for mere 2 classrooms, setting an example of philanthropy. Since then, the former palace has been adapted as Ramba Graduate Teachers College, Porbandar. The coastal location gave it a name as DARYAMAHAL, constructed out of limestone from local mines of Porbandar. However, the school has been in a state of disrepair and shut since 2017. It is exactly after 100 years that Savani Heritage Conservation Pvt Limited commenced the restoration under the guidance of architect ANAND TATU on the 26th January 2019, while the year of coronation of His Highness Natvarsinhji was in the year 1919. The architectural style is identified as blend of Indo-European style with several elements from both the style. The columns and the pediment display the Doric order, and the grand clock tower at the entrance depicts the European influence. These load-bearing arcs display a variety such as semicircular, horseshoe, multifold, and the segmental arcs. Besides, the grand ZAROKHA on the rear side, the corridors, the circular balcony, the jali, the balustrades, handrails, MINTON tiles and the floral patterns at column capital and borders reflect elements that reminds us that it once stood as a palace. The entire structure is divided into 2 major parts, that is, the front portion with Darbar Hall and the rear section with classrooms arranged around an open courtyard, a typical climatology feature, and flat terrace, which was treated for waterproofing. The timber elements which serve as the structural and functional elements such as the staircases, ceiling, rafters, doors and windows fitted with color glass were also treated with a specialized preservative method. As the timber is prone to decay and termite infestation, the timber is immersed in hot linseed oil, making it termite-free and moisture-resistant. The weathering caused due to the sea breeze and rains proved fatal for the structure, causing surface erosion of the limestone, which is a soft and porous material. The deteriorated condition demanded an integrated restoration of structure, fabric, art, and other miscellaneous repairs. There were several layers of brutal interventions which further deteriorated the conditions, ultimately causing structural threat to the structure. The restoration was initiated by clearing the site debris and dismantling the junk. Facade cleaning was done using the dry brush, water stream, ammonia paper poulticing. The ficus, which is a menace, was also uprooted. The structural restoration began by strengthening the brackets and stone masonry with stainless steel pins and HELIFIX bar strengthening. The slab and ceiling was structurally restored. The wooden staircase was too in a very dilapidated state and has been restored. The paint and other cementitious layers had to be scraped off as it affected the breathability of the limestone. Later, a layer of lime coating using the local OTHODONGO method was adopted to achieve a glossy finish. Lime grouting was done to consolidate the masonry. The artwork which was powdered was corrected as a part of artwork restoration using the lime plastic repairs, of which the ZAROKHA is a good example. The corridor which connects the building also underwent resurgence when the ceiling rafters were mended. Doors and windows were restored and a new heritage-inspired flooring was done with newly restored MINTON tiles. The classroom, which is an epitome of knowledge, was restored back to create an environment which will enhance the learning experience, generating an appropriate study atmosphere, as the lime regulates the temperature and provides comfort to its users. The top floors of the building are capped with pitched roofs, which were restored by introducing the zero puncture system, making it watertight. Besides, the plumbing and electrical services were also being considered. Overall, The project intended to closely monitor each component, including the restoration of the vintage lift and the fountain, which stands centrally in the property, which was made working and has a proposed landscape around it. The project stands as an example of sustainability and is a greenfield project. The palace had adapted itself historically as an institute to benefit the society, and the restoration just brought back the charm of the palace. The charity of His Highness, which has benefited all by resurrecting the structure, to which Team Savani Heritage Conservation Pvt Limited is grateful to, and extends its gratitude to the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, the Principal and Her Highness Miss Hiralba Jadeja, Porbandar Conservatory. The college will not just stand as a lantern of hope for education, but also as a guide for creating awareness about the conservation of heritage structures for coming generations.